You are now listening to the iWalter Show. Real talk about nothing.
Every time I think it can get more extraordinary, it surprises me. It's impossible. I hate it. It's evil. It's astonishing. I want to kiss it to death.
The doctor, and I save people.
You.
What took you so long, old man?
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird brain, it's a plane, it's iWalter. iWalter. Yes, it's iWalter, strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. iWalter, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend ears with his annoying voice, and who, disguised as Walter Interranti, mild-mannered janitor for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, nonsense, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of iWalter.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Walter and iWalter at 11 o'clock. I actually did not go to work today because I went to a Doctor Who showing of the last two episodes, season finale of Doctor Who from last year. So, yeah, that's what I was doing right now. And that got done a little early, so obviously I don't normally do my shows until wee hours in the morning, but I don't have to do it this way. At least tonight, and I don't want to get a, good start. I hate going to those Doctor Who things personally because years ago, they were fun. When I was a kid, I've been watching Doctor Who since the age of 12, and I'm 48, so you say 48 minus 12. I've been watching it for 36 years. So you got these newcomers. At least there was two kids that left, these two young girls. They seemed pretty timid. But sometimes you get some really obnoxious people, obnoxious girls, and they act like, oh, yeah, I've been watching Doctor Who since it started. It was like, oh, so you've been watching it since 1963, November 23rd. I'm assuming, even though you're only, probably, half, in your 20s or even your teens, you've been watching since day one, I'm sure. So that's just really irritating. There was two young girls. They were probably the same age as I was when I first started watching a show, and they seemed pretty innocent, but, I hate to say it, but that's one show I'm very jaded by. Honestly, I used to try to have sympathy. I thought it was a great thing that you had people that actually like the show still, but when I see what kind of people like it nowadays compared to when I grew up, I just lost interest completely. So that's going to probably that was the theme of my thing tonight. Yeah, that being said, it's coming back. I forget when. I think in the next weekend or so. I should check that up, actually. Maybe I'll do that now. Doctor Who Season 9. I mean, there's a few things that I actually defend, and that would be one of them, my right to watch that show without being annoyed by people. Doctor Who Season 9 premieres this Saturday, so it's coming this weekend, apparently, is the first one. I have to make sure that I can, I don't watch when it first comes on. I'll watch it the day after. I'll get it on Amazon or on Apple. That's fine for me. It was kind of funny, by the way, because a friend had sent this to me, an article, and it was on LancasterOnline.com, and it states, I got to clean my glasses, bill would make English Pennsylvania's official language. It's like, why do you even have to pass a bill to make the English language your official language? But apparently nowadays you do. It says the state representative wants Pennsylvania to become the 32nd state to have English as its official language. Related supporters, critics speak out on the bill would make English Pennsylvania's official language. Well, it should be. This is not something you should question. The purpose of the House bill was in 1506, according to legislation, is to preserve, protect, and strengthen the unifying role of English as the state's official language. Declaring English the official language of Pennsylvania is simply a way to promote unity and create a common means of communication in our increasingly diverse society, State Rep. Ryan Warner said in the press release at his website. So once again, why do we have to push? There's a little bit more to that, but I mean, seriously, you got to make it a bill to mandate that English is the number one language of your state, even more or less your country. I mean, I think that's a given, but I guess now they have to enforce it. That was on September 15th, so that is actually, yes, the accurate date today. That just came up today. Again, that's just very upsetting to see that. I'm just going to randomly read through these, by the way, because I just want to get done before midnight. Somebody sent, thank you. I think it was Paul Thomas. The other one was from Todd Thomas, so thank you so much, you guys, for these stories, as always. TimeLeader.com. Wilkesboro man cited after body slamming brother during fight about toilet tissue. I'm not kidding. This is in Wilkesboro. City police said that William McPeak, 47, of Wilkesboro, will be cited with harassment after an argument about toilet tissue turned physical inside a residence on Sheraton Street on Monday. Police said the 49-year-old woman and her 42-year-old boyfriend, McPeak's brother, were assaulted by McPeak during the argument about toilet tissue at about 9:18 a.m. McPeak allegedly grabbed the woman by the neck and struck her brother in the face before he body slammed him into a chair, police said. Police said McPeak fled the scene before officers arrived. All over fucking toilet paper. Can you believe that? So thank you, Paul. Yeah, this was pretty funny. I didn't actually watch it at first. I thought it was hilarious, and it's even more, more welfare recipients just at their peak. This was on mandatory.com. Thank you, Todd Thomas, for that one. And by the way, I did not sell this computer I had today, which I had this computer up for a month. It was an Apple Mac Pro. Most people on eBay were getting at least $400 or $500 for the exact same Mac Pro I was trying to sell, which I barely even was offered $208, so I still have it in my possession. Anyway, thank you again. I'm going to read this now from Todd. Mandatory.com is where he found it. Pissed off guy smashes Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG with golf club. And he showed the video of the guy just demolishing his car. Maybe he realized nobody cares about golf. I don't know about cars. I really don't. I can barely change the oil, but one thing I do know is that repeatedly hitting a car with a golf club is probably not a good idea for the car. Probably the guy below doesn't really seem to give a damn, as he decided to take a golf club to his Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG. See, this is what happens when you just give people everything and they get everything the silver spoon to them. They don't have any respect for anything or anyone, and this is just proven here. According to Auto Evolution, the 33-year-old had taken his pricey car to the Shinshan Motors dealership in Guangzhou, China, looking for a refund after his car kept stalling. The man has a pregnant wife and believed the car was unsafe for his family. Apparently, the man had visited the dealership numerous times and was promised a refund should the problem occur again. It did, but he didn't get the refund made evident by the destruction he left on the car. So he basically demolished it. There's holes, smashed the windows. I mean, it's like a 5-year-old taking a temper tantrum. Employees told the angry customer that the man is in charge of refunds, was out on a trip at the time, so the man would have to wait until the person who would do the refund on the car would return. Clearly, the pissed off guy had enough. So, obviously, I just like to know that time span that he had to wait. I'm sure it wasn't as bad as what this man to demolish a, $60,000 car would be the solution. Many people have supported the man's actions while others feel his behavior was out of line. Yeah, no shit. And I feel he should have purchased his car on Craigslist like other adults. At least the dents would have been included. Something like that. I mean, I just read this stuff and it's really irritating just to realize there's such stupidity. You know what? I forgot I was going to put in my mix about Rush, and you know what? I will put it in after I read this. Thank you again, Todd Thomas. This is just to prove a point. After I read this article, something Rush was quoted. I'm going to play what he had said, but he's just referring to what Hillary's now, going to stooping down to do just to get Democratic votes because she's lost a lot of white women voters. Well, let me read this first. Thank you again, Todd Thomas. Uprocks Web Culture. A high school band director resigns after her porn star alter ego is discovered. In this day and age, it's pretty much unreasonable for anyone to expect that secrets stay well secret online, especially if those secrets involve engaging in some highly explicit sexual activities on camera. It is for precisely this reason that the 31-year-old high school assistant band director Kristen Sunman was recently forced to resign from her position after 8 years at Kent, Ohio Theodore Roosevelt High School. Last week, the video surfaced of Sunman on several X-rated websites performing sexual acts both with other women and by herself. On Tuesday, Sunman was placed on administrative leave, and she later resigned over the weekend. It is unclear exactly how the video was discovered, or where the videos were discovered, but I think we are all wagger, I guess, that working with horny teenage boys is not exactly conducive to keeping an X-rated internet personality concealed. So they're just blaming it on the kids now. Sunman's private Twitter account under the handle of @MelodyXXXTune has since been deactivated, with much of her content previously found on the internet. Although, doesn't it seem like kind of besides the point, by the way? Yeah, it just says search for Twitter mentions her, handle MelodyXXXTune suggests that Sunman has appeared on its CleoLive.com, a porn site full of kinky hardcore videos and pics. Well, if you're a teacher, why are you doing this stuff? The former assistant band director has also appeared to have been a porn performer at SunnyLaneLive.com, The Girl Next Door, and, of course, on Pornhub.com. On Monday afternoon, Pornhub removed its Melody XXX tune videos at the request of the copyrighted owner. A Theodore Roosevelt High School Superintendent George Joseph says that the school was shocked to learn the news of the former assistant band leader, but will be performing an investigation to make sure that their students are safe. So, hey, if you get caught with this stuff, yes, you should be fired from your job. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. I don't care who you are. But it's always, and you know what? This is one of my jokes I'll have to put. Well, it's going to be 6 degrees to Walter in Toronto once again on this one, probably. Yeah, anybody who in their sane mind is going to do a educational job would not be doing sexual deviant things on the side. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your personal life. If you do in your own house and it's under your own roof, I have nothing to say about that. But if you're doing it that you're advertising, making money off it, yeah, you know what? I do have something to say about that. So that being said, you know, I just get tired, and it always seems to be one-sided in our society that women are always being victimized. So I'm going to play this segment once I find it from Rush Limbaugh, and I'm not now. I need to say this very clearly because people seem to just attack Rush Limbaugh when they see stuff. Oh, you see what he's doing? Yeah, he's you know, this is typical Rush Limbaugh. No, this actually is not typical Rush Limbaugh. This is something he was quoting on what Hillary is doing now just because she's losing female votes, because she is responsible for what she quotes the bimbo eruption with her husband, who basically just tries to, you know, sleep with anything or attack any female that he thinks he could possibly get his hands on. Even if it's not consensual, he thinks that he's entitled to it. Now, that being said, she's also thinks she's entitled to certain things, that she should just be offered being president, not even have to work for it. But anyway, before I go any further or astray, let me just play this and I will comment on it. So here we go with the Rush Limbaugh segment.
Like there is no hypocrisy or irony here at all. Hillary is having trouble with women. In the left-wing version of the female world, remember, they're all raped. They're all accosted. They're all put upon by predatory men. Left-wing politics is that women are nothing but innocent victims constantly being oppressed, assaulted sexually and otherwise.
All right, so here we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's just, you know, it's a left-wing thing that got this started. The women are all being victimized. They're nothing more than just pure victims. And honestly, I just get tired of that shit. I really do. I get that at work. I got to worry about what I say, what I do, because why? Because it could turn around that, you know, the big bad guy, the male, is the one attacking these helpless females. So there is more to that. There was a whole segment, and it was basically, I had taken, not out of context, but I had taken part of the context of Rush talking about how Hillary is just trying to, you know, get more votes by just acting like she is sympathetic towards these women. And what better way, because it's the exact same way that, you know, the Democrats get votes from other minority groups, is you just empathize with them, you sympathize with them, and act like you are part of their group. Do you really care about that? No. Do I care about it? Yeah, actually I do, in the fact that I'm sick and tired that you convince these people that they're all, you know, victims of circumstance, like they have no power over what they do. So when my friend Todd sends me these stories, if Paul would send me something like that, if my friend Matt would some reason send me a story like that, my main concern is that it's all fucking bullshit. These people aren't victims. They act like victims, but are they truly victims? Absolutely not. Do I believe women get raped? Yes, but so do men. But you don't hear about that, do you? So it's always a one-sided issue, and it gets really, really, really old. So I get tired of, obviously, the nonsense. Anyway, thank you. This was actually by Matt Harthman. Todd had forwarded it to me because it could have been Todd Thomas, but I think Matt Harthman put this up and then it got sent to me. At work yesterday, a lot of our coworkers called out just to watch an Eagles football game last night. So they either left early or just didn't come in. And now I feel bad going to a Doctor Who event, and I thought that was ridiculous. But if you compared it to, I'd have to put the football game actually at a lower, at a higher stance of stupidity. Just as me, especially after they lost too. I mean, it's just nonsense. You were going to waste a vacation day, personal time to go see a Monday Night Football? Are you serious? Anyway, it was on the morning call, and it was an article to prove, as I always make that sarcastic remark, that I always have to, work site and have some type of work site and some bibliography to back up anything I state. Well, here we go. I got one this time. Eagles football loss led to William Township fight. Again, this was in the morning call. Williams Township man beat up another man Monday night after the two watched the Philadelphia Eagles football game together on television, police said. The 25-year-old man attacked a 52-year-old man at a home in the 100 block of Knockwood Drive, Williams Township, as the game ended at 10:15 p.m. with the Eagles losing to Atlanta Falcons. State police at Belfast had said. The Easton Ambulance Squad treated the injuries of the man at the scene just south of Easton, but he refused to be taken to the hospital, police said. Trooper Nathan T. Branowski said it was a case of simple assault, but the injured man refused to press charges against the younger man. Police did not release the sports fans' names or reveal exactly what motivated the attack. That was by Frank Warner, that article. Now, that's just ridiculous. They're fighting over a stupid, and I do mean stupid, football game. Can you believe that, by the way? That's just, this is our society nowadays. We got such low, I'm not going to even say low information voters. We just got low class people, period. There's no way else to state that fact. These are not intelligent people whatsoever. I shouldn't really mention this, but it's killing me if I don't. But I found out at work, I knew this years ago. A friend told me she works in a different building from mine. And she said, yeah, there's issues I complain about with her, and nobody knows what I'm talking about, which is fine with me. But you got, like, managers who have no clue anything else on what they're doing besides how to basically supervise people. So, that being said, we have people who make products, and we have supervisors that all they know how to do is, okay, you people know what you need to do. I'll give you your hours. I'll tell you, I'm here if you need help, but whatever you're making product-wise, I have no clue what you're doing. That's the best way to put it. So this being said, these people that are making products for people are deliberately screwing up what they do because they want overtime. And I said to my friend, I said, they're going to continue to do that. These are people that are the higher paid people in our caste system at work. And they honestly do look down on people like me and my friend and other people who are not high up on the food chain at the position that we hold. So we, my friend, me, we're all basically nothing more than like the lower class. And these other people who get paid more are the upper class. And they even, it's just think of it like Hillary Clinton, basically, where they feel that they are the top of the food chain, and even the managers are shipped beneath their shoes. So that being said, though, they deliberately do what they want to do, and if they don't get what they want, like a overgrown child will do, they will get it one way or another. And that means if it means taking a temper tantrum or destroying products just to make more money, they will do that. But she said, "Oh yeah, I complained about that with her." That this happened years ago, that they were boasting about it. They said, "Oh yeah, we deliberately do this just so we can get overtime." And I think it's funny, but you know what? That money, it goes into paying more money for more money that you're paying for your whatever products we're making. So that goes into that cost. And it goes other places. And now people don't realize you can continue to do that, but companies are going to get to the point, I don't care what company, I don't even care if it's McDonald's, but if you continue to sabotage your work, basically, eventually what's going to happen is they're going to say, you know what, we're just going to outsource your job, or better yet, because my one friend said this, and she was right, because this used to be this way where I work. This used to be what they did. I told her this, is they're just going to replace these people who are sabotaging their jobs that have college degrees. They're going to be replaced by, basically people like us, the people that are the lowest caste part of the caste system, the lowest part of, and it really is, because I heard this years ago, a girl actually used that terminology, that we truly, the job I work is a caste system. So that being said, what's going to end up happening, people don't realize that they're going to work, not only, they're not going to work us out of jobs, me and my friend, but they're going to work everybody else out of these people that are sabotaging their job. They're working themselves out of their jobs. And by doing so, they're just leaving a gateway open for us, because what's going to end up happening, eventually the company will come to their senses and say, listen, this is ridiculous. We can train people that are more willing to do the job correctly the first time, or, hire somebody perhaps off the street who is not going to destroy and cost us an arm and a leg and money. And we're just going to give them the jobs that these other people obviously don't really seem to have much enthusiasm to do, and just want to continue to rip us off, and obviously in the very bitter end, rip off the consumers. And people don't realize the more you rip off consumers, by the way, the company's going to lose business, because I'm telling you, if I knew a company, like eventually if they get in trouble, like the product is not being made properly and they have to quote unquote do a recall, what are you going to do? Well, obviously you're going to go look for another drug that actually is just as good. And unfortunately, you really are hurting other people, because I said to my parents, like my mother, for example, she suffers with severe arthritis. And it's a shame, because I had a friend where I work, another friend, female friend, and she told me, this other female friend, she has really bad arthritis. It was just something because she got hurt really bad, and it was a job-related situation. And this other friend said the only thing that would help her was this drug from this other company that is called Vioxx. Now, Vioxx is no longer around. I think it was made from the company Merck Sharp and Dohme. Well, that company, they had to pull that drug because they had lawsuits against them. And the lawsuits actually came out of people basically looking to make a quick buck. But I talked to my dad about this. He's up on all this stuff. And he said it was also just from, somebody messing up within that company. And now everybody, again, is suffering, because that was an excellent drug against people with arthritis if taken correctly. So what am I saying? Well, you know what? If our company, the one I work for now, sorry, I'm trying to look for something to buy. If people continue down this path of like, oh, we don't care about anybody except ourselves, the same thing that happened to that company is going to happen to where I work now, where we're not going to have not only a company, but you're going to be like hurting other people. And yeah, we won't have a company. That's a given. So just keep that in mind, folks, that, even where I work, you continue to destroy products that are really good, or even destroy products that are not even out in the market yet. Eventually, what you're going to be doing is you're going to force people to search other places for, what do you call it? Other sources to look for what they need for consumption of some sort. Now, you're going to say, well, pharmaceutical drugs or whatever aren't for consumption. Well, you actually do consume them. You consume them for a different purpose. Sorry about that. I just hit my glasses on my screen protector, mic protector. But yeah, it eventually is going to just come down to that you're going to put yourself out of business. I mean, look over the year. Look at our history of places that have actually done that. They put themselves out of business just from poor management and actually just other reasons too. And that is a very big concern because I work at a job that I get paid very well. I got good health benefits. I don't like the job in particular, but I can at least say I can survive on it. And that's not going to happen forever if people continue to deliberately sabotage my job. So, sorry, I'm still trying to look for something. So, yeah, I just hope people eventually realize what they're doing. I really do. Because it is quite scary. I'll tell you that much. And the direction our company is going right now is in that direction. Unfortunately, though, for the people who are screwing up, that might actually benefit us in the same way because what eventually is going to also happen is those people will lose their jobs. And what will be left are people who are, will take pride in what they do, that's the way I think any place you work, that's the way it should be treated. If you like the job or not, I can honestly say I do not like the job I'm at right now. Do I take pride in what I do? Oh, absolutely. Yes. And I know people. I can say I'm just going to put a little plug because these people know who they are. The people who listen to me, they're people, my coworkers that enjoy my show, so to speak. I don't know why, 'cause I don't even enjoy my show, but I'm seriously. They take pride in what they do. They take their job very seriously. They take pride in their work. And to me, that means a lot because that person who is taking pride in their work really seriously, they're putting a part of themselves into everything they do. That's the way I look at it. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it only makes sense to me. I don't know. But yeah, you know what? I respect people like that. I really do. I'll put those people, these guys who say they listen to me, and I see them and, hey, if I need a hand or help, they will stop everything to help me. No matter what it is, even if it sounds like something like it's really frivolous, they will stop and help me. And when they do their job, they will take their job extremely serious. You don't see that much anymore because now everybody is, there's that old saying from JFK back where he said, "Don't ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what you can do for your ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Well, that has reversed now. Now everybody is like, "What is the government going to give to me? How is this company going to benefit me?" It used to be when you got a job, it's like how the company would ask you, if I hire you, how are you going to benefit our company? How are you going to make our company better? Now it's like it's a privilege for the company to hire you. And that's not the way companies run. I am sorry, but that is not the way a company should be ran. Because that's just selfishness, ignorance, and whatever. Now, I might sound like a bit of a hypocrite because, again, right now I had taken off today to go see a Doctor Who episode at the movie theater, actually 2. Yes, that's a little weird, but that to me is something that's my enjoyment. And I find that much more rewarding than somebody who basically just takes time off to go see one visual Monday night football game. That to me makes no sense. And obviously, after I read that one story, you see what kind of people are in that. Not everybody. Please don't take it the wrong way. Not everybody's that bad. But obviously, these Philadelphia Eagles fans, even with the Flyers or any other Philly team, what I was going to say besides the Eagles and the Flyers, there's because I don't know anything about sports, quite honestly. The Phillies, they're all just they're extremists. You know, they are like the left-wing Democrats. They are the worst of the worst, a lot of them. And if you don't agree with them, because I had a friend, he's a big Mets fan for years. He's a New York Mets fan. And he had his car vandalized. He had a person throw a beer bottle at his car, smash his car deliberately just because he was a Mets fan. Now, do you call that an open-minded grown adult who does that to another person? And then you got these outbursts that you would expect from some mindless child, not from a grown adult. So, yeah, I mean, it's upsetting. It really is. So everyone, this show, obviously, I said it and I'm being honest, is going to be really short. I mentioned to my friend I really don't have much to go by. I depend on him, and I didn't do much other show prep because I didn't expect to actually do a show this Tuesday night. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed my short show today, and I was being honest this time at least that, and I finally had some, as my friend always would make me do, I did have a work-supported site or a bibliography this time to prove that, yes, that whole victimization with women is nothing more than nonsense created by the left, just like every other thing is created by the left when it comes to people being victimized in one sense of the word or another. So everyone, have a good Tuesday night, and it's not even midnight yet, so that's perfect. Have a good one. I am signing off.